Unexpected trouble? CashNet USA can take the stress out of borrowing emergency funds. Our fast, secure application process makes it easy to apply online 24/7. Plus, CashNet USA offers same-day funding if approved before 10:30 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Additional terms may apply. Visit CashNetUSA.com or tap the banner to apply today.
Welcome to another episode of Same Cast, Different Day podcast. I'm Martel rolling. Praise your Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Hey, y'all. This is Marcus Buckhalter here again.
Really? Your introductions be so foul. So once again, he's covering for Tina Marie. Get better, Tina. Come back to us. We need you. Mark is driving me crazy. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. He's driving me crazy. Tina, come back to me. Yeah.
You know it's not me. It's really him.
I forgot the TV on over there. I say, what's over there flashing? I thought I was, Lord have mercy, I thought I was losing it. So, on this week's episode, we're going to
dive into fall with everything to power your big ideas during Dell's Labor Day event. Save up to $300 on select Dell XPS and Alienware systems powered by Intel Core processors. Save on top accessories like Dell monitors, docks, and other popular tech essentials. Limited quantity deals go live each weekday through September 8th with free shipping on everything. Call 800-BY-DELL for Labor Day event savings. That's 800-BY-DELL.
Ay, qué hambre. ¿Pasamos por McDonald's?
Va, ¿qué ordenas normalmente?
Una quarter pounder.
Ah, eres una burger person.
Y unos McNuggets.
Ah, eres de las mías.
La mejor manera de conocer a alguien deal de McDonald's. Ordena por anticipado por el app de McDonald's y llévate 2 de tus favoritos, como un McNuggets de 10 piezas y una quarter pounder por solo $6. Precios y participación pueden variar. Producto individual a precio regular.
I'm going to get a little bit personal. Y'all, Frizzling is losing his mind. I don't know where he at, but I just keep hearing his little bell on his collar thingy, dingling. But what we're doing? Oh yeah, so this episode gonna get a little bit personal. So on this episode, I don't even know how to phrase this, because I guess it's gonna be the name of the video. Donuts is more important to me. I never thought I would hear the day, or the day would come, that donuts was more important than me. So
was it a glazed donut?
I don't even know if it was a glazed donut, because apparently they was eating real fast. Wasn't no picture posted or nothing. So I don't even know. All I know, it was some Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. So was it the one? You don't know if it was the one with peanuts on it, or if it was
I don't even know. It was a bunch of cars from the video. It was a bunch of cars in line for Krispy Kreme donuts.
So when did donuts become more important than people?
I don't know. I was highly offended, and then the person get mad at me because I'm not talking, or I didn't know hasn't been talking to the person, because they feel like donuts was more important to me.
I mean that's just the whole foul situation. I mean, like, it just, is it one or the other? Either you gonna come kick it with me, or you gonna go and get the donut.
So yeah, so that's how the whole situation came. This is how the whole thing came about. So before I had asked Manorexic, aka Marcus, to co-host a podcast for me while Tina's out. By the way, if you're wondering about the name of the title, the Same Cast Different Day podcast really means like it's gonna be either me and Tina most of the time, and then if one of us are not able to record, you will still hear one of our voices instead of just completely different people or no episode at all. But anywho, so this whole thing came about was I was looking for somebody to co-host a podcast with me. And basically, I asked the person to co-host the podcast with me so that we can spend some time together. And also, I can get some work done on the podcast. We have a new podcast episode out. Mm-hmm. And I was told that they were scared to come outside due to the coronavirus. They did not want to come outside. Wait, 'cause this is one girl at work. Every time she walked past me, it'd be like she'd walk past real quiet and then catch me off guard and out of nowhere, just like coronavirus. And I can't do nothing but laugh every time because it catches me off guard every time. Or sometimes she just be coming out of nowhere, like you just walking down the hall and out of nowhere you just hear coronavirus. I'm like, oh my god. Every time she get me, see, everybody know I got a bad memory. What was I? Oh yeah, so this person was scared to come outside due to talking about they were scared of the coronavirus. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna figure it out. If I gotta do it by myself, I'll do it by myself. I figure everything else by myself. I'll just figure it out. And they got mad at me, wasn't talking to me, got in this argument, blah 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 blah, whatever. So about 2 days later, this person posts a video on Facebook of them going to Krispy Kreme for donuts after you told me that you were scared to come outside because of the coronavirus, but you wasn't scared to go outside for some damn donuts. Now, I really don't know how I should feel about the situation. Like, you chose donuts over me. And we're supposed to be partners.
Like I said, just as long as it had peanuts on it.
I don't even think it had peanuts. I didn't see the damn donut now, damn it. I don't know.
I mean,
and what is it with you and peanuts on donuts? What is this? Frizzling down.
I'm just saying because, that's the good donut. You know the one with the vanilla frosting and the peanuts on it?
No. Only glazed donuts, and don't be giving me no glazed donut with no jelly in it because I'm going to throw it at you.
But it's just, I guess it goes to show, like, where things, where it's headed. Like, maybe that's not the situation you should have been looking at. You know what I mean? Because...
What situation should have been looking at then?
I don't know.
Somebody picked some damn donuts over you.
No. What I mean by situation, I mean, like, him per se, the person. If they choose to go, and get a free donut versus coming to spend some time with you, hang with you, cuddle with you, be booed up with you, like, it just goes to show, like, how many other times this is going to happen.
True, and like you had said off script, before we had started recording this, you had asked me, was it even a box of donuts?
I'm just saying, because at least if it was a dozen donuts, I can be like, okay, it was a dozen donuts, bitch, come from even one,
But it was like free donuts for like healthcare workers. Like, I don't even want to say what the title is, 'cause it's not really. Oh God, that makes me so mad.
But
see, you can't even see exactly. I am highly offended, and then people be so. Then we went days without talking, and then the day that we finally talked, we get into argument about why I wasn't talking, and then I really didn't say why I wasn't talking. But then just be like, "Oh, I'm just over it." And I'm like, "Okay, well then you be over it. Then I'm fine with that."
But see, when they said it, I would have been like, "Well, was the donut even good?"
I should have said that.
No. I mean, I was like, was it even good?
I should have said that.
Like, did you eat all at once, or did you save some?
Right. Because it's like, it was free donuts for healthcare workers. Like, but you don't even go to work.
I can see if it was like
you one of
donuts
those,
in a breakfast sandwich or something, or donuts in a coffee.
But you one of those healthcare workers that's at home. So it's not like you're not the one getting up going to work.
Right, so you ain't really doing no work. You just signing the paper.
But then on top of that, though, had the nerves to say that they were outside going to go pick up some money.
They was. The donut was the money.
That better not be Derek in that kitchen making all that noise. But I'm just saying, you have the nerves to be outside saying that you're going to go pick up money, but you scared to come outside due to the coronavirus. But
but you made it to that donut though, didn't you?
And right.
See,
that's why I keep saying, like, I don't know how y'all think I should feel about somebody picking donuts over me.
I don't know. I would just, like I said, I would feel so lame. Like, I'm just,
like I said, like I keep on saying, I have said on multiple occasions that you just you don't want to be in a relationship. You just want the title.
Yeah, but like, well, everybody is not relationship material. Like you said, they want the title, but they don't want to put in the work.
And that's my whole thing. Like, I don't think the work is being put in.
It's just the whole benefit. It's one big beneficial project to them.
And that's what it kind of feels like sometimes. I hate to say it, but that's what it kind of.
Well, you get the benefits of having a boyfriend. The cooking, the hospitality, and all of the good perks and all of that stuff. But like I said,
I don't get none of those. I don't get nobody. I don't get no cooking.
Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the other person.
Oh, I rarely work.
They get the perks of having a boyfriend without being a boyfriend.
True. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I don't know, because to me, I feel like, and if you are a big person or a very, very big person and you're still somewhat attractive, I will make you feel like you're more than that. But in return, I don't get that.
Well, I guess it's different. Like I said, if y'all don't know, but if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you would know I'm a skinny guy. So I guess I can't see how you feel in that aspect, but I am a chubby chaser. So I like a big guy, a thick guy. I want something with some meat, something I can touch, something I can pull, something I can hold on to. So I don't see why a lot of big guys don't have the confidence that they should have. I feel like as long as you keep yourself up and keep your hygiene together, like you shouldn't have anything to worry about.
Like I said, there are attractive big guys.
You got them booger wolves, the ones with the hairs that don't quite comb out and be rolled up on the side. You got them ones. So.
I'm not just saying like you dating somebody that's a butt ugly big guy or whatever. I'm just saying just like in general.
Right.
In general, whether you skinny, fat, whatever, I do my best to make you feel like you are more than that.
Right.
But don't get the same in return.
But see, what you gotta realize is that you can try to make them feel like they're more than that, but they have to make themselves feel like they're more than that. They have to know for themselves that they're more than that.
Well, the way how they act, I'm just saying that's something. They be acting like they feel like they more than that. I'm just saying.
True, but you know how them ones, on social media they be one way, and then in person they be a whole totally different way. So that persona thing.
Ooh, that wine. Ooh, I ain't even drink that much, and I feel a little tipsy.
I didn't fill my glass up.
That's because you just an alky, and I had margarita earlier. So, yeah. What was I talking about?
About how...
Oh, right. So, yeah, like I said, you do your best to make them feel like wanted.
Yeah,
you feel more sexier, more wanted. Like, hey, I really want you. Like, you're mine. Da 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 da. But then at the same time, like, dang, when is you gonna make me feel special?
Exactly. I was just gonna say, but see, they have to make you feel wanted, and if you don't feel wanted, that's when you have to know when to cut ties short. A lot of people do the whole thing with the long, drawn out relationships. Well, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that, maybe this will change, maybe that'll change. Listen, if in 6 months things ain't changed, move the hell on. That's all I got to say about that, because if you ain't figured it out in 6 months, it ain't worth it.
What the crazy part about it is, like, a lot of people know, when I'm angry when I'm quiet. Mm-hmm. When I'm not speaking to you or you getting one word answers, more than likely I'm pissed at you. So you know that I'm pissed at this point. The person know that I'm pissed at this point and still has no clue why I'm pissed. To this moment.
Well, maybe
because I was gonna wait until this, because I'm pretty sure hopefully this person is gonna listen to this episode and was gonna hear this when this podcast released, because this is gonna be released 2 weeks from now. So
okay, my thing is when they hear this, if they hear this, what would be your response to them?
What you mean my response? Like,
because they're gonna come at you sideways. Like, why the fuck would you say that about me? And I don't be doing that. So, like,
I mean, but these isn't things I haven't said before.
Okay.
So this is a new things that I'm brought to the attention.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that's just how I'm feeling right now.
Well, everybody, you have your right to feel how you feel. So, if they have a problem with that, I guess I guess all you can do is really try to talk it out and see, what happens after you
And then
talk
at
it
the
out.
same time, I feel like I don't like having to be the responsible one all the time.
Well,
So
sometimes you have to.
I try to date older, so I don't have to be responsible. But it seems like the older they are, the not so.
The older they are, the more they have to be taught. That's the way that I always have looked at it. The older they are, the more they have to be taught because, back in the day when they were growing, well, I ain't gonna even say back in the day because you ain't younger than me, so it's
What you trying to say? You trying to say I don't know nothing?
No, I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying like
back in their day.
Exactly, like back in their day, it was different. They were taught different. They have different mentalities. So, you have to think about that in the whole process.
At the same time, it's only like a 5-year difference between us. Probably less than that.
Okay, well, you see, okay, like I said, I don't know if y'all listen, if people who have been listening for a while previously in another show, I've talked about it before. I date older. I've always dated older, so when I say older, like I'm in my 30s, so when I say older, I mean 40s and 50s, so.
We know who's gonna be a mather. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. So, because when you're in your 50s, you be trying to date people who in their 80s.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to find me somebody who gonna leave me some life insurance or something, hell, or some in their 401k or something, hell.
You better do like Medea. Like, if they keep dying, do I keep getting checks?
I'm gonna keep baking pies. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. But for somebody who's always dated older, I've always felt like, I've always been undermined, like I don't know what I'm talking about, or like I don't know what I'm saying, or I don't mean what I say, because they look at me like I'm younger, so you don't know what you're talking about because I'm older than you. But I feel like it's like that even with same age relationships, or or if it was vice versa the other way around and I was older and he was younger, it would still be the same thing. But what I feel like people need to do is really find that common ground, and people don't understand where that common ground is or how to find it, and that's where the conversation comes in at.
I mean, yeah, but like from my perspective, it's like I'm trying to set myself up now. So right now, I'm basically in debt to live comfortable later in life. So I'm trying to, save to buy properties and all these type of things. And when the other person mind is just completely somewhere else and not on that, like
On
you
the
keep,
here and now.
like you keep reiterating stuff like, hey, I'm trying to do this, but your whole thing is, hey, but I want to go party
Right.
and do this, and that. But I'm like, I'm not on that right now. You get upset with me because I'm not on that right now.
Right.
Like I'm trying to set my life up so that way I can be comfortable later, and don't be one of those people come 40, 50, 60 years old where something happens, you just asked out and don't got no backup plan,
Right.
don't have nothing. And I don't want to be one of those people. Like I said, I want to be like my grandfather, like in my whole, how old was I when I was 25, 26 when he passed away, I think. So I was 26 when he passed away. I said I wanted to be like Grandpops. I said I wanted to be at 63, I want to be retired and be able to live comfortable. And sit on my porch, and tell the kids to stay off my damn grass. And
Right.
that's what I'm working. And that's what I'm working towards right now. So that way, when it's all said and done, I can be comfortable. Like I keep telling young folks to get I have a cash value life insurance policy, which every month I pay money. I pay my life insurance policy, how much my life insurance policy is. They put that money into a separate account for me that I go take out whenever I want to, tax free, and I don't have to pay it back. So I'm saving that money. So I'm not touching that account. I'm saving that money. So later on in life, after about 10, 15 years, I'm not.
You strive to innovate, to propel payments forward. But what if you could do even more? Access more people and add more value. With Discover Global Network, you can. Accepted in more than 200 countries, with over 270 million cardholders around the globe, we help you grow further, faster. As the world's fastest growing payments network, see just how much progress we can make together. Discover Global Network. Accelerate progress.
not touching that account, I have some money to go travel and have fun with later on in life, wherein I'm living comfortable. And that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm not saying like I'm not going to have some fun now, but at the same time, I'm trying to be responsible and be an adult, so that way when I am older, I'm not looking stupid, like some older people are.
Yeah, I get it. Like, I don't got to go out every weekend, but when I do go out, you know, I'm going to enjoy myself. I get what you're saying.
Right. That's what I said. I want to make sure my priorities are right. Like, I'm not afraid to go blow a trip in a whole nother state or city or whatever, and then don't have home taken care of.
Right.
Or don't have my life together at home, but I'm afraid to go blow $2,000-$3,000 in Miami.
Right.
Or Vegas or whatever. Like, no. And then when you come back home, you're still in the same situation that you were stuck in.
YOLO.
Exactly. Like, I keep hearing all the time, like, I'm just so sick of this. I want to get my life together. Even from a lot of people, I keep hearing the same thing over and over, how they sick of the current situation of their life right now. And I was like, you must be happy with it because you choose to stay. You choose to be there. Like, you're not doing anything to change what's going on in your life.
That's the thing. Change has to come in order for it to be a different outcome. And that's what people don't understand.
Right. Like I said, so you just so upset. Like, people just be so upset about their lives and the current situation that they're in right now. But do something to change it. They just take me back to like low income people. Like, they used to that type of lifestyle. Like, they are happy in that lifestyle. Like I said, so many politicians are trying to make it so that they can make a come up and they can make a rise. Like, they don't want that.
No, not at all.
Some of them really do. They get on the low income system, like the low income housing. And for some of them, it do be temporary. And I'm not saying how all people take advantage of it, but a lot of people take advantage of it. And here it is 30 years later, and they're still living in low income, receiving all these benefits.
You still got 2 bedrooms. That's it. 2 bedrooms and a living room.
All these years later. And what do you got to show for all this?
4 kids.
Well, exactly. Like I said, like, I'm like my grandfather. Like our grandma. He went to work, and then he worked hard all his life, and he left his family a house. Well, how many people now are doing that? Like, ain't nobody in their 20s and 30s thinking about leaving no house for their kid. Well, except my friend Dr. Mary Easton, who was soon to be married later on in June. Hopefully that happens.
Right. I was going to say, with this coronavirus,
right,
there might not be no wedding. There's only going to be 8 people there.
Like, but yeah, she's one of those people I'm so proud of. She went to school, did what she needed to do, bought her own home, about to get married, got her child, and now she has a legacy to leave for her child. And not a lot of younger people are thinking about that and are doing that.
But see, that's because a lot of younger people lack ambition. And that's the problem. Like, there is no ambition in the younger generation. And like I said, it's not like I'm I'm not no old fossil or nothing like that. I'm on, like I said, I'm in my early 30s. So, it's just like, when you grow up, we grew up different, because we grew up with a parent who was raised in the 60s and 70s. These kids now are growing up with parents who were raised in 98.
Well, that is true, but at the same time, we did grew up in a 2-parent household.
Exactly.
So we did
have
that advantage.
But
then at the same time, though, I just feel like people just are comfortable with
True. Like I said, but at some time we feel like you have to grow up. Like everybody, like Medea say, at 30, you and what you say, at 25, you still like that something.
Your light is flickering. It ain't quite on yet, but it's flickering.
And then what you say, at 35 or 40, what is it?
It's on.
It's on.
It should have been came on.
By
40, you be looking at somebody like, back the hell up. I ain't got
exactly. Like I said, it's just we wait for that light bulb to come on, and it seems like with the people now, it's not coming on. It's not coming on. It's still like flickering.
I feel like my light bulb came on too early.
My light bulb been on since I was 16. I always tell people that, like, I grew up at an early age, and it wasn't because I had to. It was because I wanted to, because I knew I wanted other than what I was seeing and what I was put into. So I knew I didn't want to go down that same route and do the same things that I saw other people do. So I grew up really fast. And then, our dad passed away when I was 18. So it was like, okay, wow, eye-opener. Life ain't always going to be here for you. So figure this shit out while you can. And
yeah. Because that's one thing I wanted to, I think I kind of figured it out. Like, people look at me like I have everything figured out. I don't have everything figured out. Like I keep telling people, I'm just very good at managing debt.
It's just you got a clue. That's the problem. We at least got a clue, and a lot of people don't even have a clue because it was nobody there to give it to them. That's why I always say I understand why, like
even when Grandpops was prepping me, it's like he knew he was passing away because he had me down there trying to figure out how to fix the furnace. And
I wasn't figuring none of that out. My nails was too long for that shit.
So one year, it was winter had just started and it had got real cold and the furnace wouldn't cut on. And he went down there and showed me how to get the furnace working. And I kid you not, he passed away probably that next winter. And then I think that same exact winter when he had passed away, when it had started really getting cold, and then the furnace wouldn't come on, I went down there and did everything he showed me, and kid you not, the furnace came on.
Which is just bang on a whole bunch of stuff.
No.
With a hammer until it come on.
It was not bang on a whole bunch of stuff, because it had stuff like, like your not the spark plug, but like the wires that hook up to the coil pack.
Yeah.
It was stuff like that on there, so you had to check the wires, clean the wires out, and all that kind of stuff. So he cleaned out all the wires first before he got the banging on stuff. You didn't hear me down there banging on stuff. I'm just putting that out there. I was not down there banging on nothing, but I got it to come on. But that's just he taught and he
right.
It's like he knew that he was going to pass away, so he
passing on that knowledge.
He prepared us, like he knew, he knew who he was going to leave the house with, and he made sure that we knew how to go. And if we didn't pay the property tax by mail or online, we knew where to go down to City Hall and pay the property tax. We knew where to go downtown to pay the water bill and what we need to do for certain situations. He taught us how to fix stuff if it break. Like the pipe in the basement started leaking. He taught me how to rig it so it stopped leaking. And it started leaking one day, and I went down there and did the same way he did it, and it's not leaking. It has not leaked in now a year.
Once again, my nails too long for all that.
So, it's just people, a lot of older people are preparing. Well, people don't prepare the younger generations no more, and that's where I think we're losing the younger generation. Because nowadays, once you can't really hit your kids. But then on top of that, they're not teaching because they basically, some of these people are only 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years older than their children. But they're too busy trying to be their child's friend and party.
Because these kids don't even know basic skills like frying chicken.
Like you 31 and your daughter 21 and y'all in the club together.
Not at all.
Like I said, I've been to a bar before with my mother, and the first time I went to a bar with my mother was for that, the wedding that was supposed to happen a few years ago. So that was the first time I ever went to a bar with my mother. I don't think I've been with a bar with her since then.
I've been kicking it with my mama, so I don't know about you, but I've been kicking it with my mama.
No, but I'm just saying, it's just like the age difference. Like it's a 33-year difference in between me and her.
I would say, yeah, but I was just going to say that because you haven't been 21 that long, so it wouldn't be no need for her to just be out with you unless it was a social event or something like that.
Right, that's the only time we're really being in a setting like that with her. If it was for like a family social,
right? She ain't just
event.
Go club hopping.
But like I said, that was only at a bar. Now, as far as like a club, I have never been to a club with my mother.
No, but you see a lot of mother-daughter situations like that.
They in mini dresses and mini skirts and
talking about they twins,
right? In the clubs together, like being like they sisters. Like that's where no.
Yeah.
And that's where everything starts to become a lost cause.
Yeah, and that's why they raising all of these other people to not know or not be able to accept certain situations.
That's why they don't know how to go vote.
Exactly. So, it's just like I said, it just goes to show like the generational gap in between everybody and like as far as like the dating. That's why we have so many baby mamas now. Because,
right, instead of wives.
Yeah, back then it wasn't that. It was, if you get me pregnant, we gonna get married.
Yep.
And that's the end of the situation, and we gonna be together forever. And if you leave me, I'm taking all your money.
Because some of them did divorce, and then they go remarried. They go get remarried and start a whole new. They have kids with another person, so they did do that option too.
Yeah, but it just wasn't as much.
They got remarried. So like I said, it was single moms back then, but it wasn't like how it is now. Like this single mom thing didn't come around to about late 60s, maybe 70s.
It came out in the, I want to say, early 80s, maybe early 90s.
I mean,
is when it really started
but you
booming.
gotta think, well, they had a stepdad growing up, so I can't really say that she was a single mom, buck mama.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
So
Like,
they
that's
did have
what
a
that's what I'm
stepdad.
saying.
So, yeah.
Like,
So
the
then
80s, maybe
if
90-ish.
Right, where it was
When
just really,
it was
just,
that fall off, when it just really wasn't a father nowhere around.
And then we was blessed to have actual real grandparents. And
Exactly.
we was one of those people where we was 21 and grandmama 32.
Right.
Or 38.
Yeah.
And mama was 29.
Yeah, I didn't never get stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, so we was very, very blessed to not be in that situation. I think that might be the issue.
And I was just going to say that is part of the issue too, because I said that like the grandmama 45, the mama 33, and the son is 17. Like and then he got a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the problem right there, because they think that's cute.
Because I can honestly say, in our family, only reason we have five generations.
Verbo has private whole vacation homes for the whole family. So whether it's around the pool or patio, you'll have the space and privacy to reconnect with the people you love. Download the Verbo app. The time for getting back together is now.
Living only because our grandfather lived to be 86.
Right.
Now when you think about it, you got 5 generations living now. They all 10 years apart.
In the same household.
Right.
They all still in the same house. And I was saying that too, like a lot of people be tripping, like, but when I tell people like, y'all gotta understand, like, we the last of the original grandchildren. I'm
the youngest of the original grandchildren.
And they be like, well, what you mean? Like, y'all, when y'all say, other people say that, like, when they say that they're the last of the original grandchildren, they talking about the 15 and the 12-year-olds and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, no.
Those are great grandkids and great grandkids.
Exactly. You know, like, no, we're the last of the grandchildren, and like I said, it's crazy because, like I said, even at our age, not having any kids, not saying that we don't want any, but
I don't want them.
Just not having any kids right now is just shows like the difference in between the life that I live and other people live.
He want kids. I don't like them. They sticky. They break stuff.
I
don't
love
like
kids.
Them.
Don't do kids like that.
They sticky. They break stuff. I don't like them. And I want to play my own Xbox. I don't want to share.
With his niece and nephew, Fierce and Sasha.
I would deny them if that's their name. I will not know them kids for the rest of their life. Don't you? If you name them kids that, I swear to God, I am disowning them. I don't know them.
Y'all got to do a poll on that. Fierce for a boy, Sasha for a girl. Y'all let me know about that.
Nope, not happening. I'm not gonna claim them. Not gonna claim them.
But you know, like I said, it's just just knowing that I do want kids, and just knowing like I said, I lived life enough to experience to know how to raise a kid and know what I don't want them to grow up in, versus having kids at an early age and just being thrown into a situation not knowing what I'm getting myself into.
I think you should go to jail for becoming a teenage parent.
You know how many people will actually be like that? I blame it on the teen mom.
Oh,
I blame it on teen mom.
Please don't get me started on. I'm about to get started. So my whole issue with this teen mom show, even back then when I was a teenager and it was on, my whole issue was I kept looking at it like, these girls are want to get pregnant so that they can get on MTV and be on Teen Mom. But then the part that got me was when it went from just telling stories about people who became teenage parents so that other people won't become teenage parents, other teenagers. Mm-hmm. It went from being that to an actual reality show where they brought back some of the people who were on the documentary about being a teenage parent. And then these people became famous off of being actual teen moms.
They're
like
the OGs.
They're talked about on TMZ. Like, you got famous for getting knocked up as a teenager, and then they glorified that, and it, to me, is making a lot. It made a lot of teenagers think like, well, maybe if I get pregnant, I could end up on MTV and become famous and be on Teen Mom.
Well, that's all you got to do is get knocked up. Ain't that what they do in Hollywood anyway?
Well, who get knocked up in Hollywood?
Celebrities. They get knocked up by whoever they can, and I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say celebrities.
Celebrities, they date people to get. Celebrities date other celebrities who are more popular to get more attention on them to become more famous. Now the groupies, although a lot of them don't become famous, they just got bankrolled because I got knocked up by the celebrity. Little they know it only lasts 18 years.
We ain't gonna talk about who.
But then if the kid don't like you at the end, by the time they 18, you asked out anyway.
We ain't gonna talk about what family we talking about.
I'm pretty sure they know what family. Wait, but she didn't get knocked up and pregnant though.
No, but somebody in that family knocked somebody up and got them pregnant in that type of situation.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah. So, like I said, it just goes to show, like I said, that generational gap that everybody's missing. Like I said, even when it comes to relationship or how you raise or how you raise your kids or how you're being raised. It just shows the gap in between everything.
And whoop your kids' ass. I know we got so off topic because we went from talking about personal issues to
I'm just saying, but it just all ties in together. Like I said, it's because it all goes from, like I said, from your upbringing all the way up until your late age, into your 70s, 80s, 90s, or however old you become. It all falls back on how you're raised.
I had to clear my throat for this. Message. Spreading some messaging and some entertainment on here. But yeah, that was my biggest issue though. Like, it's so many things that I want to say that I think I would really get in trouble for saying on this podcast. So I'm gonna try to avoid saying them.
Zip it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna zip it. And that'd be something to talk about off camera. I mean, I said off camera, off the mic. But yeah, but like I said, it's just so much age difference. I just said people just like priorities are just messed up and they're not together. And some people are too old to not have their priorities together, and it really irritates me real bad because they make it seem like they have everything together and they don't have everything all together. And then they try to make me look like the bad guy because I want you to have your priorities together. Oh, that was a lot.
I know. Sometimes you just gotta, throw your head back and just let it roll off. Water off a duck's back.
But if you want to have a relationship with somebody, you need to have your ish together. Like, you got to be able to bring something to the table.
Well, see, that's where it goes back to Medea, where they said by the age of 35, that's when when they say, get the hell away from me. I ain't got time for this.
Because I keep telling people, me and my friends go out to eat, like, Tina Marie and Kimberly and Mary sometimes when she not being a mom, whatever. Oh my gosh, she's being so much a mom. I know. But when she's not being a mom, she'll come out with us. But we call it friend time. And when we do friend time, it's not cheap.
Right.
We spend money when we go out, and like I said, you need to be able to bring something to the table. Like when we go out, sometimes I have expensive table. Like we can go somewhere, like when you're paying, we can go somewhere that's like relatively cheap. I don't mind. No, it all depends. But it all depends on what it is. Like we can't go to McDonald's, Burger King. Not talking about nothing like that.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
because that's totally out the question. But like I said, you want to go to Applebee's and you want to buy, but at the same time, I'm fat.
Would you say you can do an Olive Garden 2 for 1,
Yeah, but I'm saying, like I said, I'm fat, so we can do the 2 for $20 meal. But I'm gonna let you know, you're gonna need to be able to pay for the appetizers too, because I want some extra appetizers.
Right. And like you gotta have more than that 20, is what you're saying. Got you.
Right. Because like I said, when we went to where we went to Jimmy's. I think we went to Jimmy's Island. And
never been.
You didn't go to Jimmy's Island?
Never been.
Oh my God, it's so good there. So like I had spent like for me and I think that it was like almost $90 some for my stuff. Then Tina, she bougie, so she gotta get the crab legs and all the other stuff to come with it. And then she get her some stuff to go. So hers be like $80 some for her. So Kimberly, she should be fine. Just get a burger everywhere. I just realized everywhere we go, she get a damn burger.
Because, you know why people do that though? I'm just gonna be honest with you, because I do the same thing. Because you don't know what you're getting when you order stuff you don't know about.
I mean, but we have been here numerous times.
So you always get what gonna taste like something. Like, I do that all the time. So people always talk about, like, you always getting chicken in a burger. Like,
well, I can't admit every restaurant I go to, if they have wings, I want to try the wings. I always got to try the wings. But Kimberly, Every time we go, we have a burger, and then she have one drink, and we talking about she tipsy. Me and Tina be on our second or third drink, and she still be on her one drink talking about she's tipsy. So I'm sorry, Kimberly. Shout out to Kimberly, one of our sponsors. Shout out to Kimberly. Kimberly Jackson. Oh my God, I was so stupid. Yeah, but like I said, Mary, she be bougie. I think she had the oysters last time was there.
She had some mess last time we was at, what you call it? All that
Oh,
mess.
yeah. No, she had the same thing she had the same thing Tina ordered.
She had some scrimps and all that stuff, eat all that stuff.
I think she had some steak too, got mad about the steak.
Said it was tough and wasn't seasoned. When you go to certain places, you can't just order steak anywhere you go. They gonna give you sirloin tips. They ain't gonna give you steak.
Some people's steak do be horrible. I'm gonna try to get Mary. I gotta get Mary on an episode of the podcast. What should I say, Dr. Mary? My doctor.
Look, we know a doctor.
Right, doctor. I'm just saying. I got a doctor friend. I got a nurse friend. What else I got? I got Kimberly. But Kimberly's that wrong friend with the bad influence though, cause she be like, as I tell every time something don't be going right and we be out, and she be like, Anthony, flip the table. I'm like, why do you always want me to flip the table? Why do I always gotta be dramatic? Flip the tables over when we get terrible waiters.
Cause how you be like, oh my gosh, is it really still sitting here with no silverware?
But it's always her, and then Tina always be like, Kim, stop telling him. We're like, just flip the table, and they get them over. But Kim was always that one that trying to make me want to act a fool in public. Always trying to get me to act a fool. So let's do a recap. So we talked about my personal issue when somebody chose me over a donut, which I'm still mad about.
No, they chose a donut over you.
Right, chose a donut over me. Mm-hmm. Right. Chose a donut over me, and don't understand why I'm mad.
He didn't even have peanuts on it.
And didn't even speak for days. What is up with you and peanuts? Oh my God. And then we covered people needing to get their priorities together. If you wasn't paying attention, some of you young folks need to get your priorities together, because there's some young folks I work with who don't believe in a 401k and being able to live comfortable when they're older, and then gonna be one of those people living off of Social Security, if it's still a thing, when they 60-some years old, trying to get the Social Security checks, waiting on the kids to take care of them, waiting on them food stamps, and then gonna get mad because they don't get the food stamps, and then gonna get mad they don't qualify for what they call energy assistance, because the Social Security check too much.
Wow.
So young folks, get your lives together. But seriously, you get your priorities, get your lives together, Some people are like, oh yeah, that's good that you got a 401k. I'm like, yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Right.
And then we touched on teen pregnancy. Stop having sex. Well, don't stop having sex. Everybody likes sex. Just be safe.
Exactly. That's it. Just be safe. Wrap it up. Get on some birth control. There's nothing embarrassing about being on birth control. Nothing at all.
Right. And even if you do have kids, well, Tina was still like 20-something when she had her first kid. But then she went back to school and got her nursing degree and showing her kids that even though I raised both of you little bald-headed... Well, no, they got hair. Well, no, because I can't say... Because only one of them really tall. Oh, Tina, it's hard to describe your children. Lord have mercy. She showed them that she raised the two kids. Like, hey, it is possible to still raise two kids and go to school, but she is teaching them to get your education first and then think about having kids in a family.
Not
which
even
is correct.
Having kids. Get yourself together before you even think about having sex.
Oh no, she want them like, no, you gonna have your education before you even think about bringing me home a grandbaby.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, even before you have sex.
You so stupid. Like they didn't hear you. But anyway, since Manorexic having some issues going on over there, we're gonna wrap up this episode. So once again, thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Same Cast Different Day podcast. Hopefully Tina will be back on the next episode. Make sure that you guys leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. And don't forget to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Castle Cast, all major streaming services. We're still trying to get verified on iHeartRadio, so make sure y'all help us make that happen. And don't forget to share our posts on Facebook, and don't forget to share this podcast with your friends and like the podcast on Facebook. And we do answer questions on our Facebook page, St. Catherine for Day Podcast. And you can follow me on Twitter at Martel Rowland. Actually, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at Martel Rowland.
And you can follow me, Marcus Book Author, on Facebook and Instagram.
Alrighty, so thank you guys for listening to this episode of Same Cast Different Day Podcast, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.
You strive to innovate, to propel payments forward. But what if you could do even more? Access more people and add more value. With Discover Global Network, you can. Accepted in more than 200 countries, with over 270 million cardholders around the globe, we help you grow further, faster. As the world's fastest growing payments network, see just how much progress we can make together. Discover Global Network. Accelerate progress.
Ever wake up feeling like you're already behind schedule? Luckily, there's Office Depot Office Max, here to help you save time and money. With all the supplies, all the tech, all the furniture, all the everything to get ahead and stay ahead. Whether that's from home, the office, or anywhere. Plus, when you shop online, we'll have your order ready for pickup, now in just 30 minutes. We promise. Or get $5 off your next qualifying purchase. Because our business is to keep business going. Visit OfficeDepot.com for details.